For sure.
Wazza G Move. Welcome to another episode of the MOVECAST. Today we're excited to have our friend Devan Devansh.
Devansh, you got it. Yeah.
Devansh, thank you very much. Yeah, with us today from Up Network. You guys are probably familiar with the Up phones. They've been a buzz on Twitter. But yeah, we're super excited to have you with us today. We usually like to start these things off by getting some background from our guests, and how they got involved with the project they're working on, and a brief, like, I guess, the elevator pitch of what you guys do.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
and
Thanks for
before
having
we
me.
start off, maybe our guest today brought a little surprise as well for you guys.
Right.
So we will have in this episode a little giveaway, which Devin brought here. So it's one
Pretty
of
cool.
the new coming up phones.
Oh my god,
Yep.
dude,
It's a
that's
beautiful
insane,
packaging. Excited to share this with the community. I think a lot of
dude.
people already have seen it or have already received it, but happy to spread it further through this podcast.
Nice.
That's incredible. We're
Cool.
giving one of those away.
Hell yeah. One up mobile offer grabs from this episode. How it worked, how to grab that. I think we'll share that on the socials later. But yeah, thanks for having me here, guys. I'm super excited. You sound super pro with the mic, by the way. It's like a very calm voice over there. My name's Devansh. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Up Network, just working on all things ops, inside out of the project and the product. Um, Excited to be sharing what we're doing over here. We're basically building an agentic operating system that connects user intent, AI agents, and 18 billion smart devices globally. Most people, I think, in the community only know Up Network as Up Mobile and the phones, but the core of what we're doing here is the agentic operating system to redefine crypto and the human machine interaction.
Wow, that's incredible. So an operating system. So yeah, I think I saw that mentioned in the paperwork, but I guess I should have given it a little bit more attention then. So how long have you guys been developing this operating system?
So this Up Network over the from early last year, I would say late Q1 last year. So been working on that, and along the way, just as any other product, there's been a lot of developments, a lot of features being added. But the core of everything has been the agentic operating system. Started off with the Up Mobile, the Mover edition. We sold out 11,000 of this with Movement Labs. She calls it the Movement Phone. We've been very blessed and lucky to be working with the Movement Labs team, and now we're very excited to introduce additional products that will use the Agentic OS. And the OS is called Up OS, the user-powered OS. Yeah.
Right on. Incredible, incredible.
Nice.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I was checking out your guys' docs, and then I think everything you guys are putting together is in confluencing towards something called like a user-powered economy, or that's how you guys are envisioning it.
Yep. That's correct. You got that right. I'd love to
Yeah.
really share the screen really quick. I think while we um, talk about it, I can definitely present the user powered network. We're basically collecting intelligence, as you saw it. But this is our agentic operating system, right? Why we say it's a user powered economy overall is because we're connecting the flying wheel of human intents, smart devices, agents, which then all work together to complete services for the user economy. Um, and all of this is happening through multiple different smart devices. And it's not just Up Network smart devices. So far, you guys have seen the Up Mobile Mover Edition, where we just announced the world's first AI smart class in partnership with DreamSmart. I have those here. I'll bring those out as well to show you guys. And this was the PR that went out, I think, early December, if I'm not wrong, or last month. And this is a really exciting and big partnership for us for multiple reasons, right? One, we get to partner with Meizu, our parent corp is called DreamSmart. Now, these folks are manufacturing the hardware, the devices for us, and we are providing the Web3 layer and the agentic operating system that will be embedded in these smart devices. A little background on who Meizu and DreamSmart is. I'll just switch my tab. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
DreamSmart?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So DreamSmart is a huge conglomerate out of China, and they manufacture smartphones, they manufacture glasses, watches, and moreover, they're also doing EVs, right? They are the parent corporation of Volvo Motors and Lotus, the Lotus sports cars. And this is what has been very exciting for us because we get to work with and build an agentic operating system that is utilized in the devices. Smart devices are also the EVs, right? They all come under smart devices. So starting off with phones, glasses, wearables, and the goal is, the OS can be used in the EVs as well. So that's what we're heading towards, and that's what's been very exciting for us. I think most, if not the whole community doesn't know about the magnitude of this partnership, what it means for Up Network, what it means for the whole Web3 ecosystem. But we are getting ready to roll out the OS, and hopefully we'll get a lot more coverage globally on this.
Nice. And I think that's maybe the difference to the Solana phone, which already exists on the Solana network as well. But I think that's just limited to the phone. And you guys like pushing it to another boundary, right?
Yeah, yeah. The thing about any of the devices, like I said, we are not device manufacturers. We are building software, the operating system. I definitely see a day very soon in the near future where our Up OS also runs on the Solana phone or on Samsung devices or any other iOS and Android devices, right? We want to work with everyone, and we have already started working with a lot of different manufacturers. You're just seeing DreamSmart is one of them that we are working with for the smart glasses, but we have a lot more in the works in devices. And, happy to work with the Solana Saga as well. Why not?
All right. So actually, I didn't know that you guys also are open to other devices and manufacturers. Because for me, it was in the beginning more like you guys do one product from your own, but you're not like connected to or open to other projects as well.
Yeah, let me open this slide, and I think this should help you. So what we're doing at UpNetwork, right, with the Agentic OS is we're connecting four different segments: the users, as you can see here, the agent developers, data companies, and device makers. So UpOS is enabling all of these folks to come together, work together, and power the user-powered economy, right? It's like the user come in, use the smart devices. It could be up network devices or it could be your existing devices. We don't want it to be a barrier where our OS only works on our devices, but rather have a much wider funnel where any existing Android or iOS device, can utilize our OS. So the users come in and they use the intent and use the prompts to then generate or locally process and anonymize data, tokenized data sets, which is all happening on device processing, whether up network or other devices. Now, all of this is stored on a data asset marketplace, which will also contain our agent store. Now, that brings me to the next thing about the human-machine interaction. What we're also building is everybody using UpOS will have their digital twin, right? Think of it, Towels has his Towels twin, and you're using the AI smart glass that we're working on to then prompt your twin to complete tasks for you. Think of it as your Jarvis, right? You prompt your Jarvis, hey, swap me 1,000 USDT into Bitcoin. Then your digital twin will go out there, look for the best agents that can complete this task. It'll pop up on your screen, whether on your phone or the smart glasses. The agents will have different reviews based on people using them. Hey, this agent does it better, or this agent has a better rate, this one's more efficient. You then concur which agent you want to use, and it executes the transaction for you. We were working on a lot of Web3 crypto relevant agents with third parties, not just all in house, with a lot of third parties, and also a lot of lifestyle agents. Because this is where we're heading. We strongly believe we're heading in the post smartphone era, where we're going to be leaving away our devices in the next 3 to 5 years. By devices, I mean the smartphones, and really going to voice interaction. And for us, the next logical step is really move on into the AI smart glasses, and this is what we have here. Super light. This is the first generation that we introduced. 43 grams. So Charles, I think it's the same weight as your glasses that you're wearing. You can have them on the whole day and really feel comfortable. It's not like the Apple Vision Pro, So it makes it very convenient for you to just actually wear them, go out in public, and talk to people, right? Um, I think another thing it really does is, yes, you have your digital twin that you're prompting it, but we also believe that having these glasses will build better connections with humans again, because with the phones, we're always down on our phone, really looking down when we're talking to people or when we're sitting with our friends. With the glasses, I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you. Sure, maybe there's notifications popping up on my right side, but I'm still looking right into your eyes and talking, right? So this is how we want to define, and this is what we think we're going to redefine the human machine interaction.
Wow,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
like so out from the future, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the
It
cool
makes
thing.
nuts, man. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Like, we've been super excited to be working on this. And the cool thing is, like, people think this is coming way later, but I want to drop it some alpha that this is coming this quarter. Working with DreamSmart, they've really expedited this. We are able to ship these devices out this quarter. We were at CES last month. I think it was last month at CES. A lot of different teams got to try on these glasses, including the Google XR team themselves. And I think we posted the video on our Twitter, and they were like, "Wow, the latency is great," and they really loved, the display of it, the battery life. So 43 grams, and it has a battery life of 8 hours. It has the compute that's going on in here. So to have something this small, running for 8 hours without heating up, DreamSmart has done an exceptional job of building these. And this is why we're working with, really, really, OG manufacturers. So we focus on software and let them do what they do best. We're not device manufacturers. And we're excited to get this in the hands of people very soon. We'll be doing a pretty large campaign where we'll be giving these classes away to a lot of people in the community and teams, and let people use it themselves. Yeah,
Dude, nuts. So this is, yeah, what you mean by the next realm of human machine interaction.
yes,
That's
sir.
nuts, man. I really loved how you painted that. Super exciting,
Thank you. Thank you.
compelling, like crazy compelling.
Thank you. And the thing is, like, there's a lot of times where, you build something and you're building it because you believe it's going to work out and it's going to impact people positively. I am, experiencing the positive impact of these classes on a daily basis. Like I was sharing with you guys earlier, I've been in Asia for 5 months, really moving around a lot over here for work, right? Um, I just speak English natively, but when I'm in Hong Kong, to speak Canto, I cannot do that. In Thailand, speak Thai, I can't do that. In India, there's Hindi, right? I've been able to speak with so many people by having these classes because I just put them on and they speak the native language and it translates real time for me in English and I'm able to respond to them and I can show them on my phone. And I actually have a couple of different pairs and I give my friend who I'm talking to the glasses, and my friend is speaking Mandarin and I'm speaking English. I had a 3 hour long business meeting with some folks where I was the only person who wasn't speaking Mandarin or can't speak Mandarin, and I was part of the whole 3 hours. And when I experienced that, it immediately was like, okay, this is a product market fit. And even the partners I was talking to were like, this is something that has actual utility, right? The magic U word, right?
Yeah.
And to experience that, I feel, Charles, like you say, it's very compelling. I feel that on a daily basis, and that's why I'm excited to keep pushing
Dude.
and grinding and shipping these out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and for me, it's so kind of refreshing to see that such innovation is coming from another party than Google and Apple, I think, and like, and to see you guys building on the movement ecosystem makes it even more crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Excited for
and
that.
that, and maybe connecting to that is, I think, I don't know if that's part of your vision, but for me, it sounds a little bit like you guys could really like do the connection between the Web3 world and like the real world. I think that's something we still are missing in the crypto space. Maybe
Yeah.
you can talk a little bit about how your vision on that topic looks.
For sure, definitely. So that's the goal, and this is why we're working with building and the digital twins for everyone. Everybody that uses the Agentic OS, the Up OS. When you have your digital twin, if you want to onboard the masses, which everybody working Web3, that's their goal, right? Uh, but it won't happen until we drastically simplify Web3 or crypto for the normie, right? Even for us, it's extremely tough. Being in the space for over 10 plus years now, the space is moving so fast that if you're away for 2 weeks, you feel like you've missed out like a whole 6 months of Web3 events. But if we want mass adoption, we have to simplify it where everything is at the tip of your fingertips, and you don't have to spend 4 hours learning how to operate a protocol or participate in a protocol. By using the Agentic OS, we'll let your digital twin and the agents do this work for you. You can skip, if the steps 1 to 10, you just use your natural language prompts. You don't have to go through 2 to 9. Let the agents handle that for you. You go straight to the results, which is 10. If we simplify this to that level, which is our goal, then we're able to onboard and connect the Web2 to the Web3. I think one of the, like I said, the biggest challenge of for onboarding is just the complexity of Web3, and we are really out here to redefine Web3 and redefine crypto with this.
It's
Yeah.
for me when you talk about it like that, it sounds a little bit like the iPhone moment, because
Exactly.
before you always had to, like, put in your network cable into your PC, setting up your Wi-Fi network or your local networks and
Yeah,
stuff. And since the iPhone, you just got a device and it was like working by default. And I think that's maybe something this AI agents might bring forward three.
totally, man, and that's exactly how we envision it as well. There's the iPhone moment, and then there's the App Store moment that came. Then all the apps came, right? I think it's a very similar phase right now, where it's going to be the AI agent phase instead of the apps, and it's also going to be about discovery. Like you can have a bunch of agents out there, but if there's no discovery for those agents and for your users, then they won't be utilized to their full potential. So not just the agentic OS, but up network, the user-powered network, we also envision it being a discovery hub, an agentic discovery hub. And very soon we'll be releasing a new product out here. I think as soon as next week. That's the goal. I hope so. We're on track with that. But we're launching the Up Nodes. Okay, and these nodes are freemium version. Anybody can download them on your Android or iOS device, and then you can opt in to participate in the user-powered economy. Let me share my screen really quick here. I think it'd be good to have this discuss about this visually. Awesome. So, like I was saying, we are rolling out the Up Nodes next week potentially. Um, Anybody can download it on your device, your existing, smartphone, and opt in to share data and participate in the user powered network. Now, one thing we want to democratize is data. We're doing this on a daily basis for Google, for Apple, for every other company or giant out there, but you're not getting nothing in return. You're not able to monetize right off the bat, right? So we believe your data is your asset, and we're focused on a privacy first design through the nodes, where the data, if you opt in, it's locally stored and anonymized, and it's these data sets are then tokenized, and it's all happening on device processing. So it's not going out on a cloud or something where there's another degree of security and risk factor. So you can basically come in here, opt in to share data. It goes on a data asset marketplace. The metadata is tokenized and stored on a data asset marketplace that we're building. Now, whenever data companies or other Web3 projects or Web2 companies want to come and access this data, they're able to access and utilize this data by paying the user. So we're building this user-powered economy. Tell us what you asked is giving the power to the people, and they just keep doing what they're doing on a daily basis. There's no learning curve. You don't have to do anything different, but now you can actually monetize your data through the agentic OS. So, and that is very exciting for us, because once you opt in to share that, through the light nodes, then on the nodes, we are also going to feature your digital twin, right? And this is where the agentic OS starts taking shape through the nodes, where think of it this way, that you can use different agents, such as an AI agent doctor that you prompted, and you ask it any questions or prompts that you need, and the agents then provide you context-aware responses based on your intent. Now, developers are going to be coming in on our marketplace and also on our AI agent store, and you'll see a lot of different agents, lifestyle agents, crypto agents, efficiency agents. I think this is where this is what I was talking about earlier. The App Store moment, now it's going to be the AI agent moment, where we want to make sure the discovery happens sufficiently for the users, so the whole user-powered economy, works efficiently.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm
that's
not.
so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Oh man. Was it right now when you're also talking about like I guess this idea of like how with this user powered economy, like there's going to be like this more rich like interaction between like users and Web3. I think you were talking about like this ability to like connect with like the community at large through like this ability to like cross language barriers. I think that's crazy exciting. I think in the paper it was referred to LUIs.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, is that pretty much what that is?
Yeah, man. So so far it's all been about GIS, graphical user interfaces. But like I said, we are heading into the world where it's all going to be conversations, conversational prompting, conversational interaction with the agents, and that's why we're introducing these AI smart classes, because it's just going to be language prompts. So it's language user interfaces where you're prompting something, it pops up on your screen, and you again, concur and select these prompts using the language user interface.
Right on. Okay, okay. Thanks for cleaning that for me.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you talked about the data marketplaces and stuff. Do you guys plan to introduce like some incentives for the community as well? Maybe are those connected to the glasses somehow as well? Or
100%, man. So it's a good segue to continue talking about the nodes, right? Like I said, what the nodes do is where every user can download and participate to opt in to share. Currently, we got a lot of feedback from the community that more people want to participate, and we want to enable that. So previously, we sold out the 11,000 movement first, like the movement edition phones. Um, Everybody got an activation code they could then come on our points platform. I don't know if you guys have checked that out, but I'll share my screen. So this is the points platform where everybody can come and participate and start mining. Very simple tasks. You've got quests, you've got referrals, you've got leaderboards, and then there's an activation code. So everybody that bought the Up Mobile not only got a huge, or is getting a huge airdrop, as you've publicly announced. We got a huge grant from the Movement Foundation, and we cycled that to the users, and 11 million Move tokens will be airdropped to the 11,000 phone holders, which is one of the largest airdrop, at least over here. The first airdrop of the many to come, by the way. Everybody that bought a phone could use the activation code and get 8x multipliers on the Up Network Points platform. So, this is our own incentives program that we have. And right now, we've announced a movement airdrop. There was a Pepe airdrop to the early buyers as well. Of course, there's Up Points, and we're working with a ton of different partners. I'm talking about, 50 plus that are already confirmed to participate in this ecosystem, and also provide incentives to the participants of these, rewards. So we're going to be shutting down the Points platform after Epoch 1 next week, and we're launching the Up node, which kicks off the Epoch 2 for the points. So everybody can participate through the nodes and start acquiring and earning these Up points, even if you don't have a device. So now this opens up onboarding for a wider community, a much wider funnel. And then, of course, if you have the Up mobile or you have the glasses, there's amplified reward, not just 8x multipliers, but we're working on much more incentives for the users that have these devices. But I want to point out again that if even if you don't have the devices, we don't. It's not that we want to leave you out. We want everybody to be able to participate in this, and this is how we aim to onboard a lot of different communities from different ecosystems onto movement.
Yeah, that's great to hear actually, because I think that's a problem which many projects have, like as you said, with the opting in. So basically, I think if you would only be limited to your phone, you would like miss out on billions of other people who use Android phones or
Yeah,
iOS phones,
yeah,
and by
yeah.
that you open like your product to a bunch of people.
Yeah, and the thing is, while we're at it, let me just why not drop some more alpha. Here's the first looks of the light node, the nodes, right? Again, nobody's seen this outside. Let's see this.
Dude.
Hopefully this works. Um,
And actually, I think that's what still many people are not aware of, since they use iPhones and Android phones on a daily basis, but
mhm.
they know there's some data which is captured,
Yeah,
but like they don't connect any monetary value to it.
yep,
So once you see the possibility to use a phone and collect this data and getting rewarded for that, it might like open the eyes for people
yeah, man.
to
And
virtual.
also, like with the way the points platform and the nodes are designed, there's a huge referral factor to it. So we saw currently we have 397,000, just shy of 400,000 users on our points platform. Right now, we're bringing all of these users on chain, and with the nodes, our goal is definitely have at least 1 million signups by March. So we're aggressively going to work towards that with large activation campaigns. And due to the leaderboard, we think this will amplify and spread much faster. The fun part about the nodes is, you can sign up with one account and you can have multiple different devices that you can activate your node on. As you can see over here, right, I have two different devices, and my device type also then impacts, and the specs of my devices also impact how much I'm earning. So if you have a low spec device, there's going to be certain points or XP you can earn. You have a high spec device, of course, that will have high points. And then if you're using a PC and activating a node, because the nodes also work on PCs, you're going to have even higher XP. So I'm going to see, or we're going to see nodes first activated globally. We're pretty confident about that, and we're going to see a huge swarm of nodes working together. And this is where it gets really interesting, because then all of these nodes will be working with your digital twin. And this is where the Agentic OS starts taking shape. And I'm really excited to see the different kind of efficiencies that these agentic twins bring once we create this swarm of nodes.
Yeah.
And like all this data is available, like all of the data will be available on data markets, or how does that look like? Because you said,
It's really up to the users. First of all, if they opt in to share that, it's going to be this different sorts of data you can share. There's behavioral data, there's device data, then there's also different like personal data as well that you can share, such as locations. We've provided all those options there. It's upon the user what you want to opt in. The more you opt in, the more your incentives will be. But it's not compulsory that you have to do this and that, or you have to do all of it.
all right.
Mhm.
Dude.
So basically, today we already sharing a lot of data with all these big tech companies.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Probably still not aware,
Yeah.
but and I think that might like open those efficiencies which you just mentioned, because if the data is available to a whole market, you can get use of that data differently.
Yes, sir.
Whereas on the other side, for the big tech companies, they have those data in their own like silos, and probably only will use for their own use, and
Yep. Yep.
not share to the broader economy probably.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, we're excited. We'll be announcing this in the near future as well, but we're working with a couple of different telcos, specifically in Latin America. And that gives us a pipeline working with these telcos of 166 million KYC users. Now, what we've seen is most, if not all of them, I think most of them are not exposed to Web3, and the complexity is really tough for them. So through our agentic OS that we're building and working on with these telcos, this we aim to make it one of the largest onboarding into the Web3 space. We're working on a bunch of different activation plans with them, and we want to bring these users to participate, starting with in the movement ecosystem. So our goal is to be the gateway for the movement ecosystem, where we keep bringing in the users, and then these users are then guided through the communities and the teams in the movement ecosystem to participate in all of these different movement eco projects. And this is why we're working with almost everyone in the movement eco. We announced the next billion movement last year, and this was a lot of different teams joining us for the next billion movement. They're providing incentives to this program. Once all of these users start coming in, we hope to be the discovery hub for the movement ecosystem, and we're strongly working towards that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Super impressive. Wow. Thank you so
Okay.
much, man. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's
Yeah.
so brilliant. Actually, it makes me even more hyped and pumped on the move ecosystem. To be
Hell yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
and that's actually what we are all here for, like participating in this big, great network and bring it forward.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man. It's been fun. There's so much happened that's been happening and has happened in the movement eco from when we first started participating last year, which was March or April. It feels like this because everyone's been so busy, but it's been a long time. We've been all around the world, spreading the message of Up Network and the movement ecosystem. We've participated in a lot of different conferences, a lot of events, all around Asia, North America. When me and the team sit back, and we're just doing it around Christmas. We're just reviewing what we did last year, and we were generally we were like, holy shit, we've done so much, and it just feels like there's so much more yet to come. That got us super excited because we're
Yeah.
drafting out our plans for like Q1, Q2 for 2025, and just reviewing everything that's happening. And that was fuel for us to be like, okay, if we've achieved this much in that period, imagine what we can do in the next year. And now last year was cold start, and now we have built a community. It's a strong community, and we want to continue expanding this community. With the community that we've built, we think we'll be able to amplify and spread this message way faster now. With the partners we have, all the project partners in the movement ecosystem, with the Gorilla Movers, now we're working pretty closely with them as well. I think it's going to be super fun and a really fun 2025 to see where we can take this and where we can take the movement ecosystem.
wow. Yeah, and I think when we talk about movement again, maybe you guys can share a little bit how you got involved into movement and maybe
Yeah.
which features or which like capabilities of movement or the move language itself make you guys interested in. Maybe you can share your story how you came into the movement eco.
Yeah, for sure, man. So for us, it was there's three different camps. We see the SVM camp, that's the Solana Virtual Machine camp, the EVM camp, and then there's the Move camp. These for us, these are the three main camps. Now the EVM camp is really tough for the masses. The onboarding, there's been a lot of it's just difficult for traditional folks to come in, participate in that. Then there's the SVM camp. Of course, now Solana's been doing well for a while, the whole ecosystem. But this year, last year, it just exploded, right? It's become a huge ecosystem, which is awesome. But we saw a huge opportunity in the Move ecosystem as well, because there was two players. There was Sui and Aptos. Then Movement came in, and we were super excited to work and build on Movement because the Move language was built for the masses to onboard the masses by the ex Facebook team, right?
Hmm.
And this is what we wanted to be a part of, be the early adopters on this language, work towards it because it's built for mass adoption. What we are building over here, the user powered economy, is also aimed towards mass adoption. So it's a natural fit. So, yes, if you're talking about features, I won't get technical and deep into it, but that was the reasoning. And moreover, movement is just solely because of the team. Like, they're a great team. We get to work with them pretty closely. We've worked with them around the world, but we're all based. Most of us are based in San Francisco, in California. So they're a very welcoming team. They're super hardworking team. They have super fresh ideas. A young, you know, very young and strong team with super fresh ideas, and that's who we're building this user powered economy for. The mass of our users will be a certain age group and demographic, right? And we want to be associated with people that think like that, that work like that, and that have those ideas that attract and cater to this mass group of people. So it's a no-brainer to work with the movement team, and they were very welcoming. They've helped us um, through multiple different things, through introductions, through the building, through marketing activations, and then the Movement Foundation has been super grateful. We're super grateful and very happy and honored to get that large grant from the Movement Foundation that we are funneling back to the users. First of which we announced was the 11 million Move token airdrop to the Up Mobile. But we want to be the DeepIn slash AI, gateway for the Movement ecosystem, and we'll continue working closely with them.
Yeah. G move, man. G move.
Hey,
Um,
move.
yeah. Uh, it's just it's from I'm getting a sense of it's like just like great timing. Like you guys were like looking to build, and then like Move came out at that time, and so it's just kind of like this auspicious moment. And I'm just happy like that I'm get to be here also and like interview you guys and like
Hell yeah, dude.
you know.
And it's great for us too, because all of us here, and the rest of the community, and I think the rest of the world at this point, has witnessed what movement has done. Like the mind share that movement and the movement ecosystem has at this point is incredible. Like from like summer last year kicking off up until Q3, Q4, we've just seen the movement ecosystem explode and everybody talking about it around the Web3 space. I knew the hype was real when my non Web3 friends reached out. They're like, "Yo, do you know movement? Do you know what that is? Do you know how I can participate?" I'm like, come over, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
A lot of my non Web3 friends do know what we are building, what we're working on, but they're not that in depth about where we are building it, what we're doing, and everything. So when I started receiving texts and calls from some of my friends, some of my close friends, I'm like, okay, the mind share has really grown really fast for the movement ecosystem, and that was like,
Yeah.
again, a great moment for us overall at Up Network to see that. Okay, we're definitely excited to see this growing this fast, because that helps our mission to spread the user powered economy faster.
Awesome. And that's yeah, like community, right? Like it's crazy how the community has been growing. Like even seeing on our end, like when you got that moment with your friend, I guess asking you if you've heard about movie, that's insane. Uh, I know definitely like when people are like I guess creating memes about us on Twitter, it's just like it's like this kind of surreal moment. It's like, oh man, like the community is kind of like a mirror that kind of like helps you show like where you're at and stuff. And it's kind
Yep.
of surprising, like they're the ones that like because it feels like maybe they're the first ones that kind of like or it's usually community can be like the first ones that can drive it, right? Obviously, right? The
Yeah.
hype, the attention, the mind share.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, the movement community is like always like it's exciting to be here because everyone's just really excited and like being part of the gorillas as well, like yeah, contributing to this like community, and the fact that you guys are also going to be like kind of bringing in the idea of being more people out here. It's like growing the community and stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
for sure, for sure.
yeah,
We got to do it together. Dude, speaking of the
yeah.
gorillas, there's something that we announced recently. I think you guys are aware of it, but maybe we should speak about it here too. So I know there's Gorilla Movers Mint coming, right? And everyone's super excited about. So last week, our team did post out there and made the announcement that all the holders of the Gorilla Movers NFTs will get incentives and points multipliers in the Up Network ecosystem. So if you're holding a Gorilla Move NFT and you come and participate on Up nodes or the Up incentives, you're going to get multiplied points, i.e., higher incentives in the ecosystem. And that was a super cool activation and announcement. And this is what we want to do with other partners in the ecosystem as well, and just have a lot of this cross collaboration and make sure the community is healthily rewarded for their network participation. So that was super exciting for us internally as a team. We're super excited that y'all at the Gorilla Movers team were down with that idea, and
Dude.
the reception to that was huge in the community. We did two min spots giveaways on Twitter, and dude, there was like 3,000 people that participated on that. It was insane. It was so high.
Yeah, those giveaways are crushing it, and
Yeah.
yeah, so we are also very happy to work on the Up network as well.
Oh yeah,
And I think as what you said already, you value the community quite high.
for
But
sure.
maybe you can elaborate a little bit on how the community can contribute to your project or to your vision, and what the community means to you, and
Sure.
what you maybe think how the gorillas can contribute to this as well.
For sure. For sure. So community is key over here. Like a whole ethos of what we're building is user powered. It's all community powered. The users are the community over here, right?
Hmm.
So how can the community participate in Up Network? And the most recent product that's coming out next week, which is the Up Nodes, I would love the community to participate by activating these nodes globally, if possible, sharing it with their friends as well, and definitely there's referral mechanics involved in that. So if you share, it's just gonna boost your points further. Um, I think once we see these light nodes, excuse me, these nodes activating globally, we're just gonna see the community grow bigger and bigger, and we can achieve the goal of the user-powered economy sooner rather than later. Now, everybody that participates from the community, we want to ensure that you all have your agentic twin on the node itself. So it's not only just activating the node, but there's going to be a lot of different features on the node, such as your agentic twin. It's going to be a discovery hub for the movement ecosystem. It's going to be a discovery hub for a lot of other agents and agentic operations. And moreover, why we're building this is because we want to reduce the complexity for the community to participate not just in Up Network, not just in movement ecosystem, but the overall Web3 ecosystem. And
Hmm.
I strongly believe if we are able to pull this off and actually make it reduce the complexity for the community to participate, without even us having to request and ask, the community will share this information or share about the nodes and about the agentic twins further to their friends outside of Web3 as well. If that
Hmm.
starts happening, we're mission accomplished.
Yeah.
That's what we're working towards.
Just that's the G move. That's the G move.
Yeah. That's the big G move we're working towards, and we're going to make it happen, man. We're going to make it happen.
Yeah. It sounds like it, man. I'm a believer, dude. Yeah. You
Hell yeah.
converted
Hell
me.
yeah. Hell yeah, man. And I would love to
Yeah.
see, once these nodes are out, I'll personally share with you guys. Check it out. We'd love to see how we can, start growing the node community, maybe starting with the Gorilla Movers community. Definitely have more incentives or work on some activation. We have a few ideas that our team has already been drafting, and we'll be reaching out to you guys to, how we can amplify the nodes and build our community faster.
Fantastic, yeah, really looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we appreciate all you do for the movement eco, and yeah,
Love
especially
it, man.
yeah, I think you can, or we together can push it to the next level,
For sure.
onboarding another billion of people,
For sure.
and I think that's basically your vision.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
All right. Yeah, so it was today a very interesting, very visionary talk. Do you have any ideas, thoughts you want to share with the community, with the gorillas? Um, yeah, any closing words?
Yeah, man, I would love to continue working with everyone from the community. Would love for to spread this message of the user powered network further with y'all. Please reach out to us with any suggestions, any advices, whether it's about our product, whether it's about the vision. Would love to have a lot more interactions with the community. You can reach out to us directly, whether either on our main X account, which is Up Network HQ, or reach out to me personally on my X account. Our team is very excited to work with, not just projects, but also community members. And I would love to be involved in a lot more community events. Now with the nodes coming up, with the AI smart glasses that are coming up, and the up mobile deliveries that are actually underway right now, we're seeing a lot of people post about this daily and tagging us. Definitely the community is growing. that means people are starting to use our products. People are actually starting to play and get their hands dirty with all these products that we're releasing. That means a lot of feedback is gonna come in. So please share with us, big and small. It's all very helpful for us to develop faster, develop better, and anything you'd like us to participate in, let us know. We'll be happy to give our best and make it happen.
Fantastic. Yeah, really appreciate your vision, your hard work you do for the movement eco, and hopefully we can grow together in the future with the gorillas, with the Up network, with the movement community. And yeah, with this, I would say thank you for joining up today. Devansh from Up Network, G-Move, and Waza Waza.
G-Move, Waza Waza, thank you for having me here. This was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you.